God reaches down, puts a little love in your hands. The kisses and sweetness angels understand. You found holy ground. Oh baby, run with me, run with me, run with me, run with me, run. Oh baby, run with me, run with me, run with me to holy ground.
You know, I really don't even know where to begin with this video. Over the last 12 hours or so, I've attempted to do this video numerous times. I've slept on it. Okay. Apparently, there is clearly a lot of anger out there. And you know what? I've never known a suicide that didn't instill anger. Not one. Anger is an emotion that is brought about a lot of times by sudden bad news. Particularly if it involves somebody you care a lot about. And yes, when I heard the news, I too was angry. And in a lot of ways, I was angry with myself. Because as much as I had premonitions to contact him over the weekend, as much as I felt like I needed to reach out to him because I had these little projects going and I wanted to bounce them off of his head, because he was good as a sounding board for me and I was good as a sounding board for him, and we worked together a lot. You only know what you've seen on YouTube and on Stickam. You don't know what went on behind the scenes. And yes, I was very angry, still am very angry that he would choose to end his life in such a fashion. But my video, I will stand by, because it speaks the truth. If it's one thing that I can say that summed up the relationship between me and William, was a search for the truth. William had quite a theological background. He had the opportunity, which I never had, to go to a seminary. A lot of you don't know that, probably. And we would spend many long nights, not only on Stickam, but on Skype. And we would make these discussions and these debates back and forth and interpretations of scriptures. He struggled with it greatly, as I do, and everybody that is seeking divine truth. And being that he has now passed the other side, that he has departed from this existence and is now living in the world beyond, he now knows, or at least has a greater perspective of the truth than I could ever have sitting here. So thus, he does know the truth. And we do know that when we pass this life, we will be judged for it based on what we have done in our life, who we have associated with, what our fruit has been. And it is on that which we are judged. And I do not presume to judge William, just to acknowledge the fact that his life stands on its own merits. Yes, he had an abundance of sin, but so do I. And I deal with it on my own, and he dealt with it in his best way he could too. And much of our theology discussions were based upon sin and upon judgment and upon the truth. And if it's one thing that I do know, is that when you do get out and speak the truth, you are not going to be accepted amongst men. You're going to be hated. You're going to be reviled. You're going to be cursed at for who you're representing. And I happen to be a Christian. And I happen to live my life to the best of my ability in representing my Lord Jesus Christ. And I'm told not to worry about those that wish to persecute me, that wish to revile me and curse me, because that is to be expected. Because they can't deal with the truth. They don't know how to handle it. And I'm trying to do it the best way I can, in love. I'm not judging them. I'm not cursing back at them. But I do have the responsibility to speak the truth in love. Present it to them. And yes, the last video was not proselytizing. This one certainly is. It's not an easy life living the Christian walk. But it's a predictable life. And it's a life with many joys and many pains. And as much as people want to revile me right now for my beliefs, I want them to understand and verify that the years which I stuck by William in Stickham and associated with him and called him my friend, I had received the very same being reviled, being ostracized, being cut off from communication from many of my fellow Christians who did not understand that for me it was a struggle for William's very soul. Because yes, William had his demons. And I've been there before in the past. I have faced suicide myself. I have faced the demons. And there are some battles you can win, and there are some battles you can lose. And I fear that I have lost the battle for William Cardinal.